Hello, welcome. This is lesson 9 of this Excel course, and we'll begin to explore the functions and formulas in Excel. We are starting with the date and time functions. Excel has close to 600 functions and formulas, and many of these we'll never use, but we'll simply take a look at some of the most important. And we are starting with the date and time functions. Now, if you come to the ribbon and click on formulas, you see that within the formula tab, you have a whole lot that you can select here. You have the auto sum, you have the financial function, the logical function, the date text function, but we'll be looking at the term and the date and time functions in Excel as we have it. We click on the date and time function, we see a whole lot. You know, there are quite many, but we'll just look at some of the basics and the most important ones that we should know about. Now, one thing we should know first is that Excel treats date as numbers. For example, if I enter 1 here, and if you go to this one, if you select, and you go to your home tab, and you select this, and you come to short day, you see that Excel is saying it as a 1st January 1900. That is where the exact date started from. Any date before 1st January 1900, that's 1800, you will not find in Excel. But Excel, starting from 1st January 1900, you can find in Excel. So Excel is saying this one, when I select date as 1st January 1900, if you look at the long day, you see that 1st January 1900 is actually on a Sunday. And you see 1st January 1900. That is how Excel treats date. Now, moving forward, you can do a whole lot of formatting with date and time. Now, if you click on this small icon, this dialog box will open for you, and from here, under general, number, currency, accounting, date, you can do a whole lot here as the case may be. Now, let's look at the most important ones, the date function. Now, the easiest way to create a date value in Excel is to use the date functions, which accept the month, the year, and the day and convert it to date in Excel. So, for example, we can say equals to, when I say date, when I say equals to, I say date, and then you look at the argument, they're pretty simple. You start with the year, the month, and the day. So we can say 2025, and then once you press a comma, you can have the month, you can say 01, then the day, you can say is 01. Then you press on enter, and then it gives you a long date that this is Wednesday. 1st January 2025 is actually on Wednesday. You can do formatting. You can just press on Ctrl 1, and then with date, you can see that we have it on the long date. You can choose the type of format that you want for your date. You can choose this as the case may be. You can choose other type of formatting. So this is the easiest way to create a date function in Excel. Just pass it into the date function, and then you'll be able to create a date. And if you look at here, you see that Excel is actually seeing it as a date value. Now, let's look at the noun function. Noun function displays the current date and time in Excel. It displays the current date and time as you have, and the argument is very simple. So you simply say equals to noun. That's the noun function, and then you simply open and close parentheses, and then you press on enter. And then, as you can see that today it's the 5th of September 2024 as I'm recording this video, and you see that it gives us the current date. Now, to get the time, because it's supposed to display both the current date and time, what you simply have to do is for you to format it into the appropriate date format that you want. So you can just press on Ctrl 1, and then you see all of this. You can go to custom or special, or better still, you stay with custom, and then you should be able to see what you are looking for in this place. So simply navigate to actually see what you are actually looking for. So let's see whether we can actually format. So we look at it. We have the day, the month, the year, the time, and the minute. We click on OK. And as you can see, this is 5th September 2025, and the time is 2014. So that's 14 minutes after 8 locally as we have it. So that's what the now function does. It gives you the current date and time, while the today's function gives you only the current date. So say equals to today, and then you open and close parentheses, very simple argument, and then it gives you. So you can see this will give you both the date and time, while this will only give you the current date. Now the date value, what it does is that it will convert a date store as text into appropriate date format. For example, look at this date. Now if you click on it, like this, you see that Excel is seeing it as text. So what do? You simply pass it into the date value, and it will convert it into appropriate date value. So let's pass it. You say equals to date value, and then you just pass in like this, and then press on enter. And then if you now click and look at display, you see that Excel is now seeing it as a proper date value. But this one, Excel is seeing it as text, while this one is actually seen as a date value. So that's what the date value does. It converts a date store as text into the correct date value. Now we have this very important function, the DATEDIF. It's very important. It can be used to calculate the number of years, the month, the date between two dates. Now let's say we have the date of birth to be 17 February 1987, and we have the current date to be 15 August 2024. Let's say you want to find the difference between these two dates. You can actually use the DATEDIF. Now you say equals to DATEDIF. The only thing about this function is that it does not automatically come up like every other Excel function. So you have to remember all the arguments. So the DATEDIF, now we open our parentheses, we pass in the date of birth, we comma, we pass in the current date, and then we have a comma, and then we open our double quotation and say, how do you want to represent your date? Do you want in years? Do you want in month or in days? So if you want in year, simply put Y and close the parentheses, close the quotation, and close the parentheses. Press on enter, and then we have it that to be the difference between these two dates in years is 37 years. So it is a function that is useful, that can be used to calculate date of birth, difference between two dates, and all of that. If you want to get it in month, simply have to come here and change the Y to M, and then it tells you that the difference between this date and this date as far in months is 449. If you want it in days, you can change this to D, and then it gives you in date that the difference between this date, 17 February 1987 to 15 August 2024, is 13,694 days. So it's a function that is useful. We can say equals to, let's look at this example. DATEDIF, open your parentheses. Let's say this is the current date. I want to find this day, the difference between today. So we include the today's function by saying comma, and we type today's function, today. We open and close parentheses. Now we play comma, and then we open our double quotation. We want to have this in years, and then we close the quotation, we close our parentheses, and then we press and enter. So the difference between 1987 and 2025 is actually 38 years. You have it to be 38 years. If you want to find in the month, and then you simply put M, so we have it to be 462 months between this day and today, 2025 September. If you want to find it in days, change this to D, and then you see you have 14,080 days between 17 February 1987 and today, which is the 5th September 2025. So the DATEDIF, please, as much as possible, you need to master it. Now let's go forward. We have the day function. If you have a date and you want to extract only the day from that particular date, you can use the day function by saying equals to day, and then we simply pass in our argument, press on enter, and then from this date, 5th September 2025, Excel has extracted only the day, which is the 5th. That's the day. We can extract the hour from this time. We can extract the hour by saying equals to the hour function. No, you put in this, and then Excel gives you the hour. You can extract the minute by saying equals to minute. Use the minute function. This is the minute function, and then you pass in your argument, press on enter, it gives you, and then you can extract even the second by saying equals to seconds. Use the second function, and then you pass in your argument, press on enter, and then you have it. So all this, the now function, the today's function, this DATEDIF function, and all of that, even if you open this document in the next 10 years, it will give you automatically the current date and time. Somehow these functions are connected to the date and time that is set on your system. As long as the one on your system is correct, in most cases, the dated all these functions, they will return the correct value. Thank you so much. This is all I want to cover in this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.